Get your ID on you?
Have you lost your mind? I haven't committed a crime.
Okay, well, I'm going to see if you have permission to be here.
Well, you can see all you want.
Do you have your ID on you?
I don't need an ID.
Okay.
To be in public, to be somewhere I'm allowed to be.
Well, this is private property.
Yeah, it is, and it's not your property. I don't know what...
I understand that.
You think you can just come up and just decide who can be where and when?
Many folks have favorite sports teams. My favorite teams are the Dodgers and the Rams. At least they used to be. The only sport I find myself watching these days is MMA. I also have another favorite thing to do, and that's watch this guy in action putting cops in check for trying to turn their presumed authority into unbridled power. One of the people is not submissive here. He knows he isn't breaking the law. What would you do in this situation? Would you give up your Fourth Amendment right to be secure in your person, papers, and effects? Believe the cops' lies and just comply? This guy will teach you how to deal with narcissistic cops. It feels really good to know that people are standing up to a tyrannical American government. Make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. He's got tons of videos to binge watch and learn from. Without further ado, let's get right to it, folks.
How are you doing? Good. I don't think that's anything of your business.
Well, you're on a property that's closed. Your business is closed.
No, I'm not.
Starbucks is closed.
This patio is not closed.
Correct.
This patio is open with permission of Starbucks.
You have permission?
Absolutely.
You get your ID on you?
Have you lost your mind? I haven't committed a crime.
Okay, well, I'm going to see if you have permission to be here.
Well, you can see all you want.
Do you have your ID on you?
I don't need an ID.
Okay.
To be in public, to be somewhere I'm allowed to be.
Well, this is private property.
Yeah, it is, and it's not your property. I don't know what...
I understand that.
You think you can just come up and just decide who can be where and when? Have you lost your mind?
No.
I think you have. What's your name?
Officer Stanfield.
Officer Santo?
Stanfield.
Stanfield. How do you spell that?
Starbucks. S-T-A-N-F-I-E-L-D.
Yeah. Do you have a badge number or a call number?
0775.
0775. All right. Yeah. Well, I don't have any ill will or intent. I'm not committing any crimes. Starbucks is a safe place for anybody to be, and they don't like when you harass their customers like this. This should never happen. And in fact, it has never happened. The Gunnersville PD have been nothing but nice in this town. I've had nothing but good experiences with them, and then you want to come and ruin it. There's always got to be one.
And he's not kidding, folks. There always has to be one dumb cop. Every once in a while, you get a cop that arrives on scene and you ask them, what's your name and badge number? And they'll do something stupid like point to their chest and say it's right here. Then you ask the other cop, what's your name and badge number? And the idiot does the exact same thing. Every once in a while, you get cops that arrive on scene and you'll ask one of them, hey, what's your name and badge number? And he gives it to you without hesitation. Then you ask his partner, hey, what's your name and badge number? He does the exact same thing. What is it about cops that they like to play follow the leader? I just don't get it. If you're a so-called good cop, are you really going to let a bad cop lead for you? When are you going to stand up and be that good cop that you say you are and lead by example? We don't often see videos of good cops standing up to the bad cops. I know some of you cops are watching my channel, so if you see this right here, let's see you on video doing the right thing.
You can tell me your name?
First of all, it's not nice to call people names.
I said you're going to tell me your name.
It's not nice to call people names. Did your mama teach you that?
What did I call you?
You want to call me a name, and it's not nice to call people names.
Government name.
You're not listening.
I just asked you for your name.
Well, even if I did believe in names, which I don't, for people,
Okay.
nobody has to give their name unless they've committed a crime in any of the 50 states.
So,
Right.
what does your family call you?
Well, my mom, when I was a kid, she called me son because I was so bright. Right? But it doesn't matter what somebody else calls me. What matters to me is what I call me. I'm one of the people. You can call me people if you're bold. Right? That's what it says on my Starbucks cup here.
Where are you from?
I'm from my mom. It's a real hairy place. Have you been there?
No.
No? That's where I came from, man. You know, I'm not just being sarcastic. I'm genuine and sincere, right? You're asking all these standard propaganda questions, right? Because you think it's all about who, what, where, when, and why.
What city did you grow up in?
But you don't understand that the real question is how.
Okay, how did you get here?
How did you get here? Because you're the only one dumb enough to do something like this.
Because I want to know why you're in a closed business.
I'm not at a closed business. This is an open parking lot and an open patio to anyone. You want to talk Starbucks policy with me? We'll talk it right now, because Starbucks doesn't appreciate the police hassling anybody sitting in their patio or sitting in their parking lot unless they are committing a crime. If they're trying to break in or start a fire, if they're trying to do something wrong, then you know what? Pay attention, right? You guys drive by here left and right. But you're the only one dumb enough to do what you're doing.
Well, I'm checking businesses. That's what I do.
Checking businesses? It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you're trying to get your daily fix of an ID. It's like you're crack, man. It's disgusting to see you fiend for an ID. I'm one of the people. It's what I am. It's not who I am. If you want to know who I am, then you have to talk to me like you're doing right now. But you're not listening. Right? I'm the easiest one to come up and talk to, but what did you do? You flipped on your little blue lights like a blue baby and acted like this was an emergency.
No, those are just my damn park lights.
Your what?
They're just my park lights.
Your park lights?
My blue lights flash. These don't flash.
Well, lights do a lot of things, you know. Kids have lots of toys, and gang members, you know, it's really sad to see this kind of attitude, right? Because I don't know if you heard, but I've had nothing but good experiences with the Gunners PD. You know, if I see you guys do a traffic stop or whatever, I come over and film it. You know, not just for your safety, but for everybody's safety, right? But having another set of eyes that means no harm or ill will is a good thing in this day and age, right? Because you guys are losing the trust every day. And doing what you're doing, what you did, loses the trust, man. It really does, because, I mean, your whole attitude, look, it's like you own this parking lot, man.
I'm just sitting here chilling with you.
Bullshit. Nobody would park like that.
What do you want to do?
Only you would park like that because you are a blue line gang member. What is that? You'll see it.
The dumb cop asks, "What's that?" when one of the people mentions the Blue Line Gang. Since the cop wants to play dumb, we're gonna play along and remind him what the Blue Line Gang is. Los Angeles County Sheriff's Departments have many gangs in them. They have initiation rituals like murder. In every department across America, backing the blue is a propagated statement, followed by an unofficial no-snitch policy, along with the written policy stating officers are not allowed to mention anything in public that contradicts the integrity of their departments. So yeah, backing the blue is straight up gang mentality.
You're the only one that's gotten out of line in this whole town, man. Gunnersville PD, you missed the memo, man.
What is a blue line gang member?
It's you, man. You're a blue line gang member.
Who is the blue line gang? I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is?
No.
You don't have a blue line ring?
I'm not married.
Married?
Is that a blue line ring? I don't.
Do you have a blue line patch on your uniform?
No, ain't nothing blue line about me.
What do you claim? Green? Are you ex-military?
No, never been in the military.
Huh? Well, what are your colors? What do you mean you don't know what the blue line gang is, man? The police claim blue. A blue line ring is the blue line separating the police from the citizens. Okay.
I put this uniform on just like you put clothes on.
It's not exactly.
That means I do a job.
No, because I do it for free and you do it for a paycheck.
Yeah, because I have bills I have to pay.
Right, but I'm one of the people and I just have rights. And you wanted to come here and take them. And you can't.
I just wanted to see what you were up to.
I'm up to about 5'10" and a half, but I'm drinking milk.
Okay. Well,
Right?
You know, makes you strong.
Yeah, it makes bones grow, right?
Well,
Yeah. Do you ever smile?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time, man. But how did you end up here?
I'm checking businesses and I see you standing out on the business and I've not seen you before out here.
Is this your first time driving by?
Since 11 o'clock, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm here a lot, right? And I'm in this Starbucks every day. And you know why? Is because they love me. Right? Or I wouldn't be able to be here with all these cups of Starbucks coffee. Right? That you can clearly see. There's like 4 of them.
I just see
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
You're not very observant.
I don't count coffee cups.
Well, you know, you don't get those for being an asshole. Right? You get those cups because they like you.
I don't drink coffee, so.
But the point is that they like me here.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And they know I'm here and they don't care. But not only do they not care if I'm here, they don't care if anyone is here.
Okay.
And it's none of your business.
Okay.
You have a problem with that.
If what people just said confused you, let me clarify for you the meaning of his words. The reason he's saying that Starbucks loves him is because Starbucks loves their customers. Or at least that's how they're trained to behave, to treat their customers like they're wanted and appreciated. I mean, you don't want cops running off customers when your coffees are $7 a cup, right? Hell no. These cops can make a business lose $2,555 a year if one of the people buys a coffee every day for 365 days. That's why Starbucks loves their customers. Unless these cops are working under the table for Coffee Bean, they have a really good cookie butter latte, by the way, that Starbucks can't compete with. Just ask my son Nate Skates 182. That's his go-to cup of joe. But that would definitely be a conflict of interest, right?
Is this the sergeant?
It is. Sergeant Rogers.
Oh, I haven't met this sergeant.
Hey, man, Sergeant Rogers.
How are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good. Yeah. This guy, he thinks that he can just decide who can be where and when on private property, as if he has some authority to do that.
Okay.
That's not okay. That's not okay at all, right? Only the owner of a business has a right to tell somebody to leave their business. But if they're committing a crime, right, or, you know, intent to commit a crime or something, then that's different, right? If somebody's trying to break into Starbucks, right, if they're trying to set a fire or, you know, beat someone up in the parking lot of Starbucks, obviously that's not okay, right? But you know, this guy, he's a real problem. He's a nail that needs to get hammered down, and I'll tell you why, right? You might think he's a great officer, and maybe he is in 99.9% of the experiences that you've had with him. I don't know, right? But what he did is he's the only dumb motherfucker to do what he did, right? Because I'm here every night with the permission of Starbucks, every single night. And not one Gunnersville PD officer has ever come in here and ended up on camera being dumb. And they have a right as a business to decide who can be here and who can't be. Not you. What's your name, Sergeant?
Sergeant Rogers.
Rogers. Yeah, you know, you guys are acting really bad, man. You're claiming this whole parking lot. Nobody would park like this. I was already telling him about it, and now I got to tell you about it too. Because it's not your parking lot, man. There's parking spaces. Why do you have to act like this? Like this is your parking lot. You're acting like gang members. Yes. You're literally trying to claim this parking lot. You're acting disorderly. Yes. You can't see it. You are literally causing a huge scene.
Talking to cops the way they talk to the people is absolutely priceless. It's like spoon feeding them their hypocrisy while they sit in their high chair. It's like smearing an empty stick of butter in their faces. When we get that on video, folks, it's a holy shit moment that you don't want to miss.
Everybody that drives by, they see those lights.
You can turn them off, will that make you feel better?
Well, if you guys want to have a conversation, you know, I haven't met you because you've never stopped. Right? Not one time has a gun. Well, one time actually a Gunnersville PD officer did come over and talk to me. And that was only because I had filmed him on a traffic stop and I told him about a couple of case laws. And he actually was a good officer. Well, in that experience, I don't know. But, you know, in that experience, and he wanted to check on those case laws, right? Because he seemed genuinely interested in learning, you know, about the rights of the people, right? You guys don't seem interested in that at all.
I told you, I put my pants on just like you did.
I mean, a normal person would feel like they were detained right now. I mean, I'm not detained.
We're just trying to figure out who you are and what you're doing.
But I've told you all that.
You just told me that Starbucks allows you to be. You didn't tell me who you are.
This is ridiculous. Look at you guys. It says people on my coffee cup. Oh, have I met this guy? You guys are fascinated with all the wrong things, man.
What is that?
If you want to know who somebody is, then you need to get to know them. Right? Listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth, right? I've told you what I am, right? And that is way more important than who somebody is, right? Because see, you guys have names, and that's okay, but those names don't mean anything, right? And it's not really what you are, right? It's you can change your name, and you guys have fancy titles before your names that, you know, all of you in your gang use, right? Like they call you a sergeant, right? And that's a gang title, you know, and your gang is welcome to use that, right? But you know, you do all these fancy things, you know, and that's okay, but it's not okay how you're disrespecting Starbucks, right? Because they want to be a safe place where this never happens to somebody. They want people to be able to come here and not break any laws, of course, right? But you know, be safe, right? And a normal person, I'm one of the people, but a normal person, a reasonable person, they would feel very threatened by this, right? This gang activity here. And you know, I'm not worried because there's nothing you can do to me, right? I'm what's on the inside. And the Fourth Amendment, you know, have you ever read the Constitution? You have? Well, did you read the Fourth Amendment?
I just studied for 14 weeks.
For 14 weeks. Okay. Well, the Fourth Amendment, it says the right of the people to be secure in their person.
Okay.
Right? So did you notice that the people are in their person?
Okay.
They're what's on the inside? Right? Because like if somebody says, you know, you have like you have a gun on your person, right? Person means body, right? Right? And so the right of the people to be secure in their person. So the people are what's on the inside of their body. Like a soul, a spirit, a conscience. Those are, I mean, we know those things are inside of a body, right? But the Constitution used the word people. Right? See, people are the ones with the rights.
This is the education process, folks. If you've never heard it like this before and you're learning, please consider subscribing and binge watching some videos. Your empowerment will keep growing with every video. You'll be playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. And if you do record a video and you want us to highlight it, copy your links and paste it to recordpolicenow@gmail.com. Let us know if you want us to highlight your channels or keep you anonymous.
You guys should go solve a crime, man. Because you don't seem genuine or sincere, like you actually care at all about people.
Right now we're trying to get a hold of the managers of Starbucks just to see if they want you here or not. And if they say that you can stay here, then we'll leave and you can stay here all you want. If they say that you have to leave, then you'll have to leave. But that's what we're waiting.
Well, if they did say that, I would leave, absolutely. And that's not a crime. To be asked to leave somewhere is not a crime.
No, I didn't say
No, it's not.
What I'm saying is we're waiting on them to let us
Yeah,
know.
but I absolutely know who the manager is here. She's Kayla, and she's really super awesome.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as we can get a hold of one of them.
Yeah, but what you're doing right now, you're actually literally trying to wake up somebody that owns this business. That's completely out of line. I don't know who you guys think you are. Man, this isn't closed. A normal business would feel pressured by what you're trying to do right now. It's unconscionable. And you have no shame at all. No shame. You should be ashamed. All of you. On your radio, on your phone. And you guys are a bunch of conspiratorial Hitlerians. Shameful.
What?
It's shameful.
What is?
What you guys are doing. You've learned nothing. This is why you lose the trust, right? Because it's none of your business. You don't get to decide who gets to be somewhere on private property and when. It's none of your business.
These cops are seriously going out of their way to try to ruin someone's life. This man isn't doing anything illegal. The cops are bored out of their minds, driving around the streets looking for people to harass. Nobody called them to this location. But yet these cops are trying to call the owner of the store to try to solicit a trespass. This is wasted tax dollars funding agents to completely eradicate freedom, folks. These cops ought to be ashamed of themselves, and their families should disown them, if they haven't already. We all know cops have a lot of family issues that are not often shown to the public.
You're good to go.
Yeah, kick rocks, man. Why don't you solve a real fucking crime for once in your life, man? Guys are disgusting. You really are. Every officer in this town has been nothing but awesome, and then you three fucking piggies in a blanket come up here and get all your porridge fucking slopped out of your bowl, bitches. Don't fall in a donut hole and don't trip on any sprinkles. Bitches. Yeah. Press on. Press harder. Press now. But ow. That's how.
One of the people at Press Harder YouTube channel is one of the only people that I know that can state the Bill of Rights verbatim. He knows exactly what he's talking about. This video is absolutely priceless. Press on, press harder, press now is his motto. His first channel, Press On, was taken over by a former friend that kind of backstabbed him, but now he has 2 channels. One of them is Press Harder and the other one is Press Now. I'll drop both of those links in the description for you. The way he dealt with these cops is how a boss treats his employees. Well, without the firing part. Too bad the people can't fire bad cops. Cops would have to treat the people with the utmost respect, not like the way they act on video every single day. Their presumed authority turns into unbridled power if we the people don't put them in check. Ice Cube needs to write a follow-up song to Fuck the Police called Own the Police, because that's exactly what one of the people just did here. These thugs in uniform had no choice but to tuck tail, do the walk of shame, and eventually do the drive of shame as well. Well done, people. Well done. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you go subscribe and let people know that I sent you. Thank him for his tremendous efforts in preserving the rights of all people in this country. Without people like him, who's going to stand up to tyrants? You will. Keep your cameras handy, folks. Always record the police. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.